Alright, welcome to my series of Satisfactory. I have about 12 hours experience in the game now, and I'll be posting around 1 hour videos where I go through the game, learn together with you, and just explore the world and have fun. And I hope you have fun in the video. I'll start a new playthrough on one of these planets. For now I've only played on grass fields, but I'd like to try... I'll do grass fields again. And try to make everything as efficient as possible.
Separation from main transport complete. Group 8 delivered to Calistian region. All pioneers functional, initiating dispersion. Attention Pioneer, I am Ada, your personal instance of the artificial directory and assistant. Welcome to the Fixit Incorporated Save the Day program. A Fixit Pioneer has 3 core assignments. Construct. All pioneers must follow Fixit guidelines and instructions when constructing any building. Automate. Every pioneer is responsible for setting up and managing efficient pipelines, outposts, and power infrastructure. Explore and exploit. Fixit selected planets are rich with resources suitable for direct use or further investigation. Stay within your designated. And that is why the world is counting on pioneers like you. Fixit. Short-term solutions to long-term problems. Initiating planetfall. Atmospheric entry in 3, 2, 1. Beginning arrow assist. Drag within acceptable parameters. Descent phase begun. Decelerating. Deploying parachute. Deploying backup parachute. Skipping parachute. Landing phase begun. Activating retropropulsion. Touchdown. Planetfall complete. Drop pod integrity nominal. Omni-situational exploration suit nominal. Pioneer. Acceptable. Congratulations, you are the 3rd in your region to survive planetfall. Welcome to Massage 2, AB-B, in the binary system of Akicha. Loading objective-based introduction. Begin onboarding. First contact safety tool supplied due to presence of alien megafauna. Adhere to Fixit procedure and equip the Fixit Inc. Xeno Zapper before leaving the drop zone.
Alright.
Next objective. Dismantle the drop pod. Fixit Incorporated is cost-effective and efficient. We do not waste. The drop pod will be recycled to construct the first stage of the habitat and utility base, often referred to as the hub. Next objective. Use the resource scanner to find and collect additional iron to be able to build the hub. If you cannot find iron, be assured scans of the planet have revealed sufficient iron sources.
Alright, so recycling anything or deconstructing anything gives you the exact amount of resources that you put in. So there's no waste, which is very important because you're going to build and dismantle your factory a lot of times.
Congratulations! You have found your first Fixmas gift package, which is, naturally, full of gifts, the basic part necessary for most Fixmas seasonal event activities. Don't forget to check the calendar or the map to see what you can do with these gifts. Or do forget, I don't care.
So last time I built somewhere over there, I already seen that those iron nodes over here have better purity. And the purity determines.
This semi-slug species seems to persist entirely through absorbing and storing energy from its surroundings. Studying this could provide new methods for improving Fixit production line efficiency. Store this potential resource for later use.
Determines on how much iron you can get out of it with the miner. So the purer the material, the better. And of course, you need to defend yourself. These.
Samples of new alien species acquired. Notable for interrupting previous message for higher priority message.
Okay, so this is
Next
normal.
objective. Use the build gun to construct the hub. Iron is a base component necessary for all near future progress, so ensure you build the hub close to iron sources. Fixit does not pay by the kilometer.
Normal is okay. There is unpure, which is the worst. But normal is pretty good for the start. So that's the hub. We're gonna build it. I think that's a good spot for now.
Hub foundation built. The hub terminal and crafting bench are only the humble beginnings of a successful Fixit pioneer, but essential for the next steps of onboarding. Once finished, the hub will function as your base of operations. Next objective, complete hub upgrade 1.
So technically you can do almost all the materials with by hand, but that takes forever. That's why we would have to automate it as fast as possible. But that's still a little bit away. First we need to get those done.
Hub upgrade 1, storage and frame, completed. Equipment like the portable miner can now be made in the workshop. Congratulations on completing your first milestone, the first of many providing access to new recipes and technologies for the Fixit mission. Next objective, complete hub upgrade 2.
Of that. And some of the other thing.
Hub upgrade 2, power and shell, completed. The smelter can turn raw ore such as copper and iron into ingots, and the biomass burner generates power when fueled. Fun fact, most of the native flora and fauna is compatible with Fixit technology. Fueling the biomass burner with inappropriate materials will result in deductions or even cancellation of your yearly bonus. Next objective, complete hub upgrade 3.
Okay, now we need miners, because mining it by hand is very tedious. I'll get them from this. much do I need? 4 and 6. Okay, let's put that here. Those miners will make work a lot easier. And get us started. They do everything on their own. No, I need copper. Ooh, it's not that far perfect. Hopefully, it's not. No, it's up there. That's not so good. But we do have this. That's great. That we need that later for cement. Okay, let's see if we can get up there. If I can get up there somehow already, that would be great. Oh, more iron. That's good. Alright, that's impure though, so not as good. That's still fine. I'll try to use as much as possible knowledge from my 12 hours in this game to get through as fast as possible. So if I'm a little too fast or if you didn't understand something, just skip back and watch it over or ask me in the comments. But also greatly appreciate a like and subscribe and a comment under the video. Copper we really need for cables and all that kind of stuff. So everything with electricity, you will need a lot of copper. That is normal, that's good. That's like 2 impures. That's very good. The better the purity, the more energy you save on machines. Especially in the beginning, that's very important because you'll be burning trees and biomass, which you need to farm every time to burn it. So the purer the ore, the less farming you need to do. Those ones you can either collect just the ore or the miner together with the ore. If you want to replace the miner somewhere else. But currently we don't need that. We can stay here and mine. Love their little animation. So cute. Okay. So what's here? Cable. Right now I would like to set up a smelter first, because smelting everything by hand is very annoying. Maybe even 2 smelters. Okay, so 10 of these. 16 wires. Right now, it really does not matter how you put stuff anywhere, because you can replace it anywhere again without any losses. So if you place something and you don't like the placement, it's totally fine. And with control, you can align them just like that. I just need electricity hooked up to them. Okay, I don't have the power pole yet, so I just need that. From now I can only set up one. Burns 80 per minute, so very inefficient, but that's a start. And I need this one to mine cement for me, because we're gonna need a lot of concrete. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to do a little bit by hand, because we haven't unlocked the electricity line yet, so this one has only one connection, but that's fine. We're gonna have it in the next step. Need 20 bars. And 16 plates. Alright, here we go. That number is always showing on how many of said item you can craft. That's how I determine when to stop crafting.
Hub Upgrade 3, Interior Furnishing, completed. The constructor can produce simple parts, and power poles allow for the expansion of the power grid. When you make the inevitable mistake, Fixit's dismantling feature is designed to salvage all resources used during construction, in line with our zero waste policy. We understand that Fixit pioneers are only human, and thus prone to error. Next objective, complete Hub Upgrade 4.
So I turned this off for now because it produces 20 megawatts, and if you go over it will shut off automatically, and it burns a lot of fuel. So the most efficient way is if you have enough machines connected to it, so it also wastes, or not wastes, but you need enough machines to require 20 megawatts, and since one smelter requires 4, we're gonna need 5 smelters. And once we did that, we have the least amount of waste. Need copper wire for that. Okay. Yeah, I'm missing a lot of copper. Second. just gonna grab these and bring them over. Maybe even craft a few more so the miners can start working. The miners we're gonna need later anyway to create the automatic miner. So it's definitely not wasted if you craft a few of them now. You're gonna need a whole lot of them. Okay, put these down. Grab all the leaves because we need to burn them. A little later in the game we can compress those leaves to biomass, and once you compress biomass you get a better return.
I'm sure this is useful to someone, somewhere.
But for now, that's the best we can do. You can basically put as many miners on those nodes as there is space. I've never really tested the limits of this, but I'm pretty sure it is a lot. I've put up to 17 already on there. I'm sure I can put at least double that on here if you really desire. And that's how you easily quickly find one like copper. I think I'm already going to connect the smelters, even though it's not perfectly efficient yet. But I'm really not planning to do all those iron ingots by hand. There's some wire. Also missing rod. Okay. So with items that you frequently craft, you can put them in the hotbar slot by hovering over them and then pressing the number, which will come in handy very much. And pressing F, you can easily delete the connection or make one. Right now, I mainly use iron ore, and maybe if I have 5 smelters, I'll dedicate one to making copper ingots. So for my next smelter, I need wire. Okay. Wire and rods. Right now this is definitely not the optimal placement, but disregard that for now. Right now I'm just trying to get most efficient, most quickly setup done. have a little box where you can store your stuff in, because especially in the beginning you're gonna have very little loot space, so you need to really think about what you keep on you and what you don't need immediately. As soon as I have the tools, I'll build a ramp or a assembly line up here so I don't have to walk around like that the whole time. As soon as they fill up, they stop working. So once they're full, just empty them and then go about your day. But you're not going to use these for very much because they're very inefficient. And okay. Oh, I'm already full. Okay, never mind. Can't grab anything else. And the game wants you to automate as fast as possible. And I love that aspect, so that's what I'm going to do. Once we have assembly lines, everything will be much more efficient. Since we don't have them yet, we're gonna have to do most of the things by hand. In the top right corner you can always see what you need next to be able to craft it pretty quickly. Just put it in there. There you
Hub
go.
upgrade 4, landing platform and utilities completed. Conveyor belts connect the output of one building to the input of another and transport resources. Due to past incidents, I have been asked to issue a clarification. Portable miners, obviously, do not have a connection for conveyor belts. There is nothing to suggest, visually or functionally, that they can be connected to portable miners. If this is something you struggle with, do not worry. Fixit has alternative uses for all their pioneers. Next objective. Complete Hub Upgrade 5.
Alright, you heard the lady. Upgrade 5 is necessary. I need my miners back, so they can actually mine. And we need the resources so our production can go on. There is also fall damage in this game, even though you need to fall pretty high to receive it. But be careful. And see what's up next. Okay. And then we craft it. Can I do assembly lines already? Yes, I can. Okay. Interesting. But I'll do it by hand for now. I don't think it's super viable at the moment. But that will change very soon. Of course, if that's already too tedious for you, you can build the complex systems already. No one's stopping you. Is very much a sandbox game where you can do as you like, and there's no right way to play the game. You can play it however you want. And that sound is when we don't have electricity.
Hub Upgrade 5, Power Expansion, completed. The miner, unlike portable miners, can be connected to conveyor belts and requires power to function. Caution: as you expand, the energy demand of your production may exceed the capacity of your power grid. The onboarding program was established because Fix-It pioneers often experience memory issues after planetfall. If you are experiencing nosebleeds, nausea, existentialism, or an itchy scalp, there is no need for concern. This should pass within 5 to 7 workdays. Next objective: complete Hub Upgrade 6.
The reason why I do most of the stuff by hand for now is that the power generation is pretty poor and the consumption of any kind of fuel is very high and it's very inefficient. And since I don't have many hours in the game, I don't know yet how many resources there are, so I'm very cautious with wasting anything. Try to be as efficient as I can. But the next step, we're already unlocking biomass, which is very, very good. For the beginning, it's a much better fuel than leaves. And then we can already start and make a factory. this out the way. We can upgrade.
Hub Upgrade 6, Landing Platform Hydraulics, completed. Freighter landing initialized. Congratulations, you have completed onboarding and achieved the absolute minimum skill level required of a Fix-It pioneer. Fix-It looks forward to your future achievements, because a future with Fix-It is a future with you. Tier 1 and 2 milestones are now available in the hub, and biomass burners can now be built individually. Your first official objective is to initiate project assembly by building the space elevator. This objective will take a significant amount of resources, so Fix-It recommends getting to work.
Alright, so the space elevator can wait for a second. First of all, I need compressed biomass. Now is the point where I start to need machines, because otherwise it's going to be too much. I think the compressed biomass can actually wait, so I need those ones first. Okay. Miner needs 5, and those need 2, 4. Okay. So I want 2 miners, 4 miners, 2 on the iron, 1 on the copper, and 1 on the limestone. All the metal I got? Maybe I'll start with the iron first and then go on to the next ones. Miner. Wait, there's... Oh, is there 2 or 3 nodes? 3 nodes! Okay, crazy. That's big. Also, when you dismantle something and it still has resources in there, that's no problem. They're going directly to your inventory. Just the storage container ready. And it's missing. Iron rods, okay. I'll also need them to make the storage container. So technically I can start the connection already. Start with the biomass generation. I need that. And then we can start and do some biomass. This will also be automated a little bit later into the game. Perfect. So now that we got our biomass, we can put that into our biomass burner. And we'll see that this only wastes 7 per minute when leaves was 80 per minute. So we are already up very good. Okay, that will most likely not work since we're above the capacity. Yeah, that's what I mean. We'll just disconnect this one for now. See here, it reduces to 60 per minute. This one only takes 30 per minute and produces 30 units per minute. That means that we need to choose smelters for one node, but we can't do that yet. We need to unlock it first. That's why we need the logistics. Once we have it, we can start doing it a little more efficient. See, we received a second one here. I think I have an idea. Still need a lot of more. Okay. First, I need more smelters. And then no, I can't. Without this upgrade, I really can't do much. I need this upgrade. Once I have that, I can move forward. Actually, how? It needs reinforced plates anyway. Crafting those by hand is very tedious. Okay, stick to the mission. Once you have that mission, we can properly separate the assembly lines, divide them, combine them, and then the numbers should add up if we plan everything correctly. And we can start our first efficient plant. Right now, one node of 60 per minute should power 2 smelters that smelt 30 per minute. And the rest are here. As you can already tell, process by hand is getting longer and longer, so this is definitely not a long-term solution, and you will have to find a way to automate stuff. Otherwise, this game is not very fun, and we're trying to have fun. Planning is that I will use one energy generator and 4 miners, because each of them needs 5 energy, that will be 20. And then I can use this one for 5 smelters, or actually 4 smelters and 1 constructor. Because 1 constructor will be over there, farming the limestone for concrete. Actually, having those by the miner is very efficient when you stay close and let them mine. Pop them down, and they will mine really efficiently. Grab some iron ore here because it's getting more inputs than it has output. That's why I can always grab some more and put it in the smelter here. Okay. And And now I almost have enough resources to... Do I have enough? Yes, I do have enough to make the upgrade. So, already done quite a lot in the first hour. And so far, it's pretty speedy way through the first stages. If anything was unclear, it could likely be since I'm rushing through. Then please write
Milestone reached.
down below.
Conveyor belts can now merge, split, and lift to save space and enhance the productivity of your factory. Fixit encourages you to consider investing in verticality when it comes to factory logistics. If you feel stressed by this complexity, imagine yourself on the shore of a vast and calm ocean. Breathe in, visualize all the people relying on you. The sea is made of billions of faces, each staring at you with hope and tears in their eyes. Breathe out, feel refreshed and focused on your duties.
Alright, now with this unlocked, we can go into stage 2 and automate most of the stuff here. And yeah, I hope you liked the video, and leave a like, subscribe, and see you on the next one.